Hey there, family. So it has definitely been a lovely weekend, and I'm sitting here just making preparations for the Live Well book tour. So I thought I would just turn the camera on for a second because one of the things that I talk about in the book is, and on page 170, as a matter of fact, is about moments of joy. And so if you haven't gotten yourself a copy, I just want to just paraphrase this by saying that this book it's more than a cookbook. So it is literally cooking, coaching, health and wellness all in one book. And so even before you get to the cooking part of it, the live well part of it is so important. The live well in all areas of your life, it's so important. Let me close this thing here on my camera. And so one of the moments that I'm talking about on page 170 is really about moments of joy. And moments of joy and what that really looks like for us all could be different. But a moment of joy, even before you get to the chocolate chip cookies and the fried chicken that's up in here. Because look, living well is not just about eating salads now. So I just want to say that. But one of the moments of joy that I'm talking about here is a question that I'm asked often, and that's about the comedy show that I did last summer. And so for those of you that know me well, you know that comedy is what I do. Comedy is a big part of who I am, and I can find humor in just about anything. And so, and I love being able to just share joy and share humor with other people. And so let me tell you, long story short, because so many of you have asked, let me just take you on this long story of a journey. It all really started literally for me since I was a kid. I'm going to fast forward up until about maybe 10 years ago. I'm here in the DMV area, so DC, Maryland, Virginia area, and had seen a opening or a posting, not even a posting, I think it was an advertisement, or maybe I went to a comedy show. I can't even remember how it all started, but it was a DC Improv opening for being able to do a stand-up act. So it was a class that they were offering. I got on the wait list. I applied to participate in the class, and I was immediately waitlisted because it's such a popular class. So I think I got on the wait list. I kept applying, got on the wait list like 3-4 times trying to get into this course. Even told a friend of mine who was interested. We both were waitlisted for a very long time, to the point that I had literally forgotten about being on the actual wait list. And so years went by. Literally years went by. I kind of forgot about it. I never forgot about my desire to do comedy, my desire to experience what it would be like to actually do a stand-up show. Never forgot that part. What I forgot about was the actual course. And so for me, I believe that when you desire to do something, you do it, right? So where if it is truly on your heart, if it is truly something you would love to experience, you will find a way to do it. And so for me, comedy, again, if you've ever been to an event where I was a guest speaker, if you've ever been to one of my events that I host, as far as conferences, as far as intimate gatherings, you know that comedy and humor is a part of my natural being, right? And so I didn't stop doing comedy because I didn't get into a class. I just did it. I just created moments of doing it. I just do it when I'm alone by myself. If it's me and my daughter, if it's family, if it's friends, it's just who I am. And so 10 years goes by, literally. It may have been even 12 years go by. I'm on a date last spring, and I'm at the DC Improv. Well, during the and yes, I said I was on a date, so that's a whole nother video. So anywho, we're waiting for the comedians to come on stage, and so in between the sessions and stuff, they're running advertisements, and what comes up on the screen? Stand-up comedy classes. I was like, wait a minute. Oh my God. Oh, wait. I'm at the Improv. I forgot about it. I literally had forgotten about it. And so what did I do? I signed up for the next class. And I think that class was probably during the April timeframe, April of 25. And so I signed up, and guess what happened? I got waitlisted again. I was like, is this a joke? So got waitlisted. The time went by, probably like 5-6 weeks go by. And what happens? I get another email. Hey, we have an opening. The next class starts in, I believe it was like the end of May, June timeframe. And so I immediately signed up again because look, this is what I do. So I'm still after it. This is what I would like to experience. So I sign up for it. I get in the class. And so long story short, for 5 weeks, I was going from my home, leaving my home on Sunday afternoons, driving up to DC, and sitting in a room with other comedians that have the same desire. And our singular goal was to make people laugh. And the experience and being in a room where you're literally just storyboarding and coming up with jokes and, picking up off of each other's vibes. And it was just such a great experience when I didn't have to think about really telling people to live well or live your best life. I could just come and use my life and my life stories as an example of just lighthearted humor. I'm telling you, it was the best. It is the best. And so I did it. And so for 5 weeks, we prepared, we wrote our jokes out. And what the class really is, the class isn't intended to make you funny. You either are funny, you either have a sense of humor or you don't. But what the class did was it allowed us to learn the process of building a set, to really learn the process of telling your jokes in a chronological order, and how to set up punchlines and things like that. So it was just so great. And so yes, after 5 weeks of doing it, your last class, you do a graduation show. And what other place, like how many people get that opportunity to do it at the DC Improv? And so I was just so honored and just so, it's just something that I'm just grateful for it. I'm grateful for not just the class, but I'm always humbled and grateful for moments of opportunity that allow me to just truly live out my dreams. And so I share all of that. And I know that was long, but I share all of that because that is truly the essence of what it means for me to live well. It's not about performance. It's not about saying something and doing something different. It is about really tapping into who you are, the essence of who you are, and trusting and believing and walking by faith, even when things may literally tarry, when things may literally seem like they're out of alignment. When you know what you know, when you have planted seeds, don't forget the seeds that you have planted. Don't forget the desires that you have on your heart. Because if you continue to act according to what you have planted, trust and believe that thing will come to pass. And so oftentimes we plant things in our hearts. We plant things in our minds. We plant things and we start to speak against what we've planted because we've forgotten. It's buried down so deep that we have forgotten what we've planted. And so living well is about understanding what you truly desire, allowing your words and your actions and your habits to be consistent and intentional about what you desire, so much so that that thing will manifest. And when it does manifest, you will feel great joy. You will feel great vitality. You will want to share it with so many other people. You will experience the thing that you have desired. It's the gap in the middle. Truly, the gap in the middle is where we get a little lost. where we stop being consistent, where our intentionality starts to water down, where our habits become loosey-goosey, if you would. And so living well truly is about aligning what you see in here and in here with what is experienced externally. And so I know that was a long story, and I wanted to just truly share that with you. And I pray that it inspires you in some way or another. I also pray that you would join us literally on the Live Well tour so that you could be connected with people who have made a decision to truly live their lives well. Truly live their lives well. And it is really about being consistent and intentional, even when things don't look like what you, they don't look like it, they don't feel like what you thought it would be. And so that's all I want to say. So I think I have summed it up as far as the comedy experience. And it's not something that just happened last summer. It's something that started years ago, literally years ago. And I just continued to walk by faith. I continued to do work that kept me in the arena of it until I experienced the thing that I could see for myself. And so that's all I really have for you. In the meantime, and in between time, I am off to the next beautiful thing. I want you all to live well.